day to you all. This is Creative Works by Annie, and welcome to my channel. Long time no see. It's been a while. I've had quite a few things happen in my life, and yeah. Seriously, you can't make up my life. Honestly, you can't. You truly can't. But let's start at the beginning. First off, I want to make an announcement. I don't even remember when, but I had a new pattern come out. It's 42 pages, and it's called Potter's Field. Okay? And it's a skull. It's a little skull planter with dirt and the little plants. This one is a bleeding heart. And I have dangly ones, and I have hangers and all this other good stuff. And I even have a pedestal. Yes. An adjustable pedestal so you can set your taller plants right on there. Okay? So go check that out. It's on my Etsy and Ravelry page if you haven't seen it yet. 42 pages. There's lots of different plants, different pots. There's a square pot, an oval pot, round one. Let's see, the skull one. There's bleeding hearts. There's a butterfly plant. Just different hangers, everything. So go check it out. Go check it out. Ravelry and Etsy. So just follow the link below to my Etsy or Ravelry page and see if there's something that tickles your fancy, especially this time of year. Are you getting ready for Halloween? Did you start your crochet yet? Well, if not, you know where to get some skull doilies and some cute little pots. These are actually quick and easy to make, and if you decide you want to use them as like little treat baskets for special, if you have something for school or something like that to make, or a craft fair, you can put add your own little hanger, crocheted hanger to it, and add treats to it. Wouldn't that be so cool for a craft fair? So yeah, go check it out. Potter's Field. Okay. I probably will be having another pattern come out probably the beginning of September. It's called Maripin, which means life and death. It's kind of a twofer pattern because you can choose to have it with or without the skulls. Okay, so stay tuned for that one. See, another announcement while I have the peak of your attention before I go into I can't make up my life. Here's a box. It's a big square white box. In here, I'm doing a raffle, and I have a lot of cool stuff in here. You can't hear it because it's all ready to be shipped. So if you want to enter the raffle, go to my Facebook page. Link will be down below, and go look for the pinned comment and find out more information there. Okay, now, why does my life, why do we have these things? Okay, a sitcom could not write my life story. Yes, my life is just a big old comedic, tragedy, drama, comedy, yeah, you name it, it's happened in my life. So, okay, last we talked, Anubis was in the ICU, and he's absolutely fine. He's doing great. Since we got him out, he was in there for a total of 8 days, okay? And while he was recuperating at home, he was in my baby sling, because he's too big now to fit in there. Thankfully, because that cat was starting to hurt my back. He would sleep in the baby sling. So while he was doing that, our 17-year-old cat, Hades, he actually passed away right in front of me on my desk. Yes, we knew it. it was his time. He was coming to an end. So we figured that, and yeah. So then I also told you about my husband having to fly down to Florida because his dad was asking for him. He was having congestive heart failure. Well, shortly after that, after my husband came home, we got word that he was going to quit dialysis and start hospice. And so we got our stuff in order here, and we drove down to Florida. While my husband was, this pertains to the story later on, while my husband was in Florida and me were in Florida for 2 weeks, he was doing FMLA or something like that, as to where his job will hold his job. It's insurance to hold his job. He wasn't getting paid. So we were down there for almost 2 weeks, and his dad passed away, sadly, June 10th. We had about a good week with him. He was, I wouldn't say high spirits, but he enjoyed having his kids there, my husband and his 2 daughters there, and we were doing last minute. He had things on his bucket list he wanted to get done, so we were getting stuff done. My son was there, and my nephew was there, and we had other relatives coming in and out, and other friends of the family coming in and out. And so, yeah, we were getting bucket list stuff done for him, and so, yeah, he was able to prepare and be at peace and go the way he kind of wanted to go. So right now I'm going to show you a picture, the sweetest picture ever, of my husband and my father-in-law. The last picture I took of him. He was really restless. We were getting ready to put him into the hospice facility, because he wanted to do hospice at home, but we couldn't get, us and the nursing staff couldn't get him to a pain-free, oxygenated place where he needed to be at that stage. So, cutest picture ever. He stopped getting, he was really restless because he couldn't breathe and he was in pain and discomfort. And he needed my husband apparently to hug and to cuddle with. And then he finally calmed down, and then the ambulance came and we were able to, or the transport ambulance came and we were able to bring him to the hospital. And he passed away about 24 hours later. So that was June 10th. Okay. I actually have a list because yeah. That's that much going on in my life. Well, then we drive home. We have a couple days and to get our stuff in order at home. And then my husband was supposed to start work again June 19th. And yeah, June 18th, just before midnight, I was in extreme pain. And I mean extreme pain to the point where when I told my family I need to go to the ER, they hustled their butt and got me to the ER right away. I've promised this in other stories before and everything, or other videos and coffee times and stuff. I actually have lupus and Lyme disease. Now, I push through those and push through those and push through those, and I just work through them. The days where I'm stuck in bed, they're vacation days. I've had days where my husband has had to bring me to the bathroom. My daughters had to feed me. So yeah, I have really bad days, and I just keep pushing. I just push through the good days and get as much stuff done as I can. Well, that particular night on the 18th, I was having an endometriosis flare. And I've had them before, and they've gradually, over about a year. I mean, I've always had pains ever since my daughter was born. She'll be 21 this upcoming September. And so I've always had pains since then. I never had cramps or anything before that. And so, yeah, it kind of just built up over the years and stuff. And it really, really started getting bad once I started going through the beginning stages of menopause. So at night they brought me to the ER, and so my husband couldn't get to work on the 19th. So you can see my arm right here. Yeah, that was fun. Really fun. They gave me some kind of drug, and I was basically in and out of pain consciousness before they gave me meds. One of the nurses, they blew out my vein, and so I'm like, just do this vein. It's big and blue and bright. And so they did that, and I yelled at a nurse because I thought she was telling me to stand up, and I'm like, I might have swore at her, but I mean, I was in extreme pain. I'm usually a really, really nice person. So we were in the ER for about 11 hours, and I got checked out and officially diagnosed with, I think it's called endometriosis or something along those lines. I am not a good pronunciator, okay? And also endometriosis, and they noticed a cyst on one ovary and a lesion on the other. So I had an appointment on the 26th of June to go see an OBGYN. And so they agreed that laparoscopic, like I said, not good with names, where you put the 3 holes in, one's in the belly button, 2 are slightly on the side, and they go in with the little robotic arms and camera, and they were going to nip, tuck, burn everything, and then pull things out of my second hole, and then sew up that second hole right under where the cervix would have been, because they were going to take the cervix out as well. Well, on July 11th, I went in for the surgery. All was going good and stuff until they did stick those little things in there, and they decided, no. So they pulled those out. So my surgery was officially a semi-emergency, bilateral cut, ultra-radical hysterectomy with endometriosis removal. In other words, they cut me a little larger than a C-section. I'm about 8 to 10 inches, slightly off center. And then they went in, pulled me open, roto-rooted, took things out, burned things, cut things, everything. And then they sewed up the second hole at the top of it, which now it's like a sock to all those who are wondering. It's basically a tube sock. I know, lots of giggles going on right there, but yeah, it's like a tube sock. So then they sewed me up, and I was in the hospital for 3 days, 2 nights. One of the nurses, I swear she must not have read the report, because at one point she tried to give me socks to wear, and I'm like, I can't put them on. She's like, ugh. So she bent down and she put them on. And then I go, well, because I was supposed to get up and walk in the hallways. And I have Freya right there. Oh, she moved. She was over here. Now she's over there. And so I go, oh, well, there's a walker in there just in case I need it. She goes, well, you don't need a walker. You're just going to the bathroom. And I said, well, I'm supposed to walk around the hallway after my surgery. Oh, no, you're just walking to the bathroom. I'm like, okay, well, at home I have a cane, so walker would be good just in case I do have to walk. She's like, why do you have a cane at home? I'm like, well, I have 2 autoimmune diseases. I literally need a cane some days. She's like, ugh. So then I walked to the bathroom, and she goes, oh, I'll go get you. Do you have underwear? And I'm like, yeah. She goes, I'll just go get you the maternity underwear. I'm like, okay, great. That sexy netted underwear. So she comes back with, I swear it's like a size 2 diaper instead of a pad, because I was still a little bleeding because of the surgery and the removal and the stitches. And then the sexy underwear. And I'm like looking at it going, how am I supposed to bend down and put this on? I'm sitting on the toilet and I'm trying to get it on because I was catheterized for a full day. And luckily my husband was there, so he helped put the underwear on me, and we're both looking at each other like, okay. So I told him to go because he had to get some running around done. And I go sit back down on the bed, and I call the nurse because I couldn't pick my feet up. So she's like, ugh. Young gal. I don't know if she was just having a bad day or what, but yeah, all the other nurses and staff were the greatest. Best hospital experience except for this lady and one other thing I'll get to. Yes, this is going to be a long video because, like I said, I have my life. So later that day, I had to get up and go to the bathroom again, and yeah. So I had in my hand, you can see this blue line right here, maybe. I can in the camera. And that's where my, I can't think of what the name of it is, but the needle, so that way if they wanted to give me meds or fluids or whatnot, somebody will tell me in the comments what that's called, or I'll think of it later. And so I had that in my hand, so I couldn't grab onto the side of the bed to help move and use my upper body to help move my lower body. So this nurse, she goes, well, you're going to have to learn this when you get home, or by the time you get home. And I'm like, I know how to get out of a bed. I just physically can't get out of a bed. You do know that I had a hysterectomy, right? And she's like, you should be doing this by yourself already. I'm like, excuse me? So she's holding this hand because I can't use this hand. And I tell her, and she's like, oh, that doesn't hurt. I'm like, okay. And so my feet are almost off of the bed, and she lets go of my hand. And I grab her. And as you notice, I have some nails. One of them broke, but I have nails, and I think I grabbed her and clawed her, which she deserved that. And so, yeah, she almost dropped me. And so I got up and I went to the bathroom, and she goes, just tell me when you're done. I'm like, okay. So then the other gal came in to help me instead of that nurse. And I told her, I was crying to the head nurse, and I'm like, I can't have her in here no more. I don't think she understands. I don't think she knows what kind of surgery I had, my other health issues. I don't think she understands. She goes, oh, I'll talk to her. Well, then, yeah, I had to get up and go pee again because they were pushing the fluids. And she mouthed off to me again, and so when I got off the toilet, I just went, grabbed my blanket, I sat down on the chair. So she comes in, and she's about ready to take my blood pressure and stuff and my pulse and stuff. And I'm like, no, just get out. I literally just fired her. I'm like, no, if you cannot treat me with respect, and no, can't do it. Not at all. So, I got an Odin here now. He's down here. And so, yeah, then I was just sitting in the chair for quite a while till the head nurse came back in. And so she's like, okay, well, I'll be the only one helping you now until the next shift. Which then the next shift came. Loved these two. They were absolutely, they were fantastic nurses. But the call button got dropped on the floor by the nurse. And, well, I had to get up. And when I went to move my legs that time, it was a little rougher, so I pulled one of my muscles, and it really hurt. So I was in pain. And so my call button was on the floor. So for an hour and a half, I'm trying to yell as loud as I can in a maternity ward where it's soundproofed. And I was in enough pain and enough panic attack, Odin, that I was starting to hyperventilate, and she managed to come in when I'm literally like this, my hands are all buckling. I'm trying to control my breathing, trying to yell. And she finally comes in and she's trying to pat me down. She's like, oh, calm down, calm down. I'm like, just get me drugs. So yeah, that was my hospital experience for my hysterectomy. By the way, my OBGYN, oh my God. She literally saved my life because she's the second doctor to ever believe me to what was going on with my body. She didn't brush it off or anything, and yeah, because it took many, many years for me to get diagnosed with lupus and unbeknownst Lyme disease. And then she believed me, and it was wonderful. So I literally think she saved my life, because if I would have had to go through another one of those things, those episodes, I don't think I'd be sitting in front of the camera to you right now, because that's how bad it was. And I don't think that way. I mean, I've had pain thoughts in my life, yes. But this one would have made me never say hello to you guys again. Seriously. Which then I will pitch right now. If you are ever having those kind of thoughts, please seek help. Don't hide them. I was in the pain closet for basically my whole lifetime, because nobody believed that I was in any kind of pain, either migraines or body pains, aches, pains, joints, everything. Nobody believed me except for 2 doctors. So if you ever have any kind of bad thoughts, please tell somebody, talk to somebody. There's so much help out there, and believe you me, life is worth it. Life is truly worth it, and I am very grateful to be here right now. So, yeah. Okay, let's get on to a couple other things. Now, I got out of the hospital, and my husband, he could not use his sorry. My husband couldn't use his FMLA because he had to use it for his dad. So his boss promised that he could have till I could get back on my feet again, to be off of work to help me, because there was nobody else. All my family's up in Michigan, and my siblings have health issues as well. Lupus, rheumatoid, scoliosis. My dad's 85. He would have came down, but it's like he couldn't really, you know. And yes, I have 2 kids. One works full-time, and then the other one was working full-time. And so called on my husband, and his boss promised. Well, we get a call and says, basically his boss said, choose your wife or your job. And you probably know what my husband did. Being married for 28 years. Yeah. So I'm going to be teaching my husband now, since he's out of work and he's kind of enjoying life a little bit right now. So I'm going to be teaching him how to do water buckets. I don't want to use the term, because if you notice, I was skirting around some of the other words. So please hopefully you put 2 and 2 together for some of those words. So I'm just going to call them water buckets, because it's too close to another one, and I don't want YouTube to ding me. I'm so close to getting monetized. So tell your friends about the channel, pop me up over 1,000. I need 1,000 people or subscribers, and like 3,000 watch hours or something like that. So yeah, go crochet, watch this video a couple times, cry with me, laugh with me. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to be teaching him some water buckets to clean phones, and yeah, he'll be doing stamping stuff, packaging stuff, and we'll see how it goes. And then he'll be looking for a job pretty soon. So yeah, fun. Okay. And yeah, I have it covered, but I have I don't know if you can see it. I got a little dent-ish, little bruise. I think right there you can see the bruise. I can see it on the camera. Yeah, yesterday morning, about 4 o'clock, I was just tired, still sleeping. My husband's watching TV next to me, and I'm sleeping through it, and a lamp falls on me. Yeah, one of the cats went up, grabbed the lamp, and it fell, and right here, you can kind of see the dent, or the bump, and the metal part of the lampshade fell on my head. So, yeah. Good times. But I'm hoping to have unboxing for you in the next video. I won a raffle, and which is what gave me the idea for this. Mystery box, yes. So go to my Facebook page, follow the link below, go to my Facebook page, and get yourself in on that. I have some cool stuff in there, and I might actually toss some more stuff in. Maybe. You never know. Yeah, we'll see. If not, there's some really cool stuff in it. So, coffee. Don't forget coffee. Got mugs available, everything. This is my special mug. It says Anne, noun, one who deals with chronic pain from lupus and Lyme disease while still kicking butt every day. Touch my coffee and die. Yes. So that's my life up to date in a nutshell. Go check out Pottersfield pattern. Like I said, these would make the cutest little trick-or-treat things for Halloween. Fill the basket, make them really cute. And don't forget, there's a stand. Yes, a stand. And it does sit. Let me see. There. See, it stands all by itself. I show you how to do little rocks in there. There's different hangers that's in there. It's a really fun pattern. You can use my patterns with somebody else's patterns and combine the two and just have a blast. Okay. Let's see. So yeah. Until next coffee time. Don't forget to subscribe. Like I said, I need to get monetized. I need 1,000 subscribers, and so close to that, and I need about 3,000 watch hours. So go find a pattern you like and go watch and crochet it with me. That will help me out, and you'll have fun, and we can just sit and hang and crochet together. Otherwise, go watch all my silly coffee times. So, well, thank you everyone, and have a wonderful day.